I think it's clear that there is a potential issue going on with both any volunteers in our community, as well as, in my opinion, vendors at events and local game store owners. This is a big elephant, but I think if we eat the bite, you start one bite at a time, or however that saying goes. And rather than rattle the saber more about the problem, I thought, well, we've waited now 2 weeks and we're not seeing anybody stepping up to provide a solution. And rather than continuing to name and shame people, I thought I would give them another avenue to try and solve this. So the biggest roadblock that I've seen the Magic judges come up with here in the US is that the cost of these background checks would be prohibitive. Now, in my investigation, some of these are free. Now, I can only really speak to the United States because we have the background check system here that I most understand. So hopefully we can expand this solution to other countries, but for right now, I'm going to start in the United States. Most people, I would say, could probably afford that. But since judges are volunteers and they're not paid well, there's certainly going to be many of them who could not afford this background check, or it will be prohibitive for them. They have to provide their own travel and things of that nature. So I thought, why not set up a sort of scholarship fund, a fund for people to pour money into, and if a judge is due to work and cannot pass a background check, or cannot afford a background check, this fund will be used for that. Kind of like FUPA with the fair use. And I've actually been working the last 2 hours with a company called, hold on, I want to use their name correctly because they are working with me. Good Hire. I'm working on a bulk rate with them, which I should have tomorrow. And I want to show you basically what we can, as a community, provide. And I don't think we need crazy, complicated background checks. Just the simple, looking for federal crime, stuff like that. And let's go over to the screen. So you can see Good Hire now. I'm working on a custom price right now. Now, I don't think we need to do any of this sort of thing. Just a personal background check. Right now, the starter check is $20. And I think if we have to buy several hundred at a time, then we can make that case. That's what I'm working with them now. I'm going to try to get this down to about $10 each. We'll see. Fingers crossed. This would do federal felony checks, anything like that. So any of the major things that we'd be concerned from a safety standpoint, it would be covered. And I want to put my money where my mouth is. So I opened a GoFundMe, as my dog chews on his bone over there. And see that $1,000 in there? That's mine. I started this off with $1,000. And that should be good enough for close to 100 background checks. And I'm opening this up to the community because we've asked the corporations like Channel Fireball and Star City Games, and it's like a hot potato. Nobody wants to touch it. Well, maybe they'll donate anonymously to this, and we can hand this money over to someone we trust inside the judge organization, or I can continue to handle it. Either one is fine by me. I have someone, former regional coordinator in the judge program that I trust in terms of managing this program. So should they get a system in place where they require their judges to be able to pass a background check, we can provide them this buffer to offset any costs. If somebody really is a good judge, they work hard, they work a lot of events, but this extra $15 stresses them out, then they can pull it out of this fund, and that's totally fine by me. This way we can remove the barrier that a lot of people seem to be having. I don't really care who takes any responsibility for this. I don't think anyone's going to. I think they're too nervous about getting sued. So let's just fix the problem. And you know what? I don't want to put pressure on them, but there's a lot of people like me on the YouTube community, Talarian, the Manosaurus, alpha investments who make a lot of money in Magic YouTubing that, maybe they can't match $1,000, but they could help us kick us off right. Channel Fireball, Card Kingdom, Wizards of the Coast, Channel Fireball, Star City Games, all these people, let them know that this is here. And if they want to help the judges out in a nonprofit way, then now this whole barrier is removed. We can raise as much funds as we can. And if we can raise more than this, we can provide more in-depth background tests if we want, or we can leave some for new judges coming into the program who need this money to provide their background check. I don't have any problem putting my money where my mouth is. And hopefully some of you will help, chip in a few bucks to this, and we can just fix the problem ourselves. And I think that's really the best thing that we can do as a community. If you go to any events, if you go to, if you like to play at your local game store and you want to make sure that if you take your kids there, your little brother, your little sister, you want to make sure the judges or whoever's running the store has a clean background check. Now as a community, we can rise up and remove this barrier so that the judges can do what we want them to do, and there are no excuses. And I look forward to hearing from the Judge Association to set up their new background check program. Hopefully they can just make it required to work any events. Now they don't have the excuse that they can't, if somebody can't afford it, they don't want to exclude them. Hopefully some people will be able to afford it because we're not going to raise millions of dollars here, but let's work together and fund this up, because a Magic judge is really a thankless job. And what got mixed up in all this is the 99.5% of judges that are hardworking and donate their time to the game they love. So let's just make it easy on them, and join me and share this with other content creators and businesses and friends of yours that might go to GPs or Friday Night Magic and things like that. And we can just solve this ourselves. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you again real soon. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to be notified the next time I upload a video, make sure you subscribe and click that damn bell so you actually get notified. If you want to support the cause of this channel, it survives based on the amazingly gracious support of my patrons. Link is in the description if you'd like to help out.